toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bearcats will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cougars offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Oh, what a move to get room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as he's
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU. Great job out
defensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Cincinnati, 0.
And he'll bring it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best player.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. He's got it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal blocking.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Buying some time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
It's
just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they can do it with ease.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
He's got his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Bearcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play-action fake. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Firing to the right, complete. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Oh, Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 38. To the air, it's Sorsby. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down for this offense. Grab behind the line. It's Jennings. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Past the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Bearcats are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Runs through a tackle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Power football with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, he's got some space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Sorsby. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Bearcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 14 to North Carolina. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear.
There he goes. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football. They call for it, just like he does here. He wants the football. But, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes your way, you got to make plays on it. And he doesn't do it there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense has it with really good field position. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous. He's into the open down the middle. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Bearcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Pulls it in, it's Jennings. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How do you not love it when they use the big fullback? Reward the big fella for doing the dirty work and blocking every play, every play. You don't want to account for him? We'll slip him out, throw him the football. He walks into the end zone for 6.
BYU 7.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nakua. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense set on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out of the last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
To the air on first down. The throw. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Here we go.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to put the field position with the return. Has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Pocket breaking down. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Hold. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cougar!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll leave it with him. Quick spin on the line. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. It is deafening in here. Soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations where you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on! And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Wants to go up top. Fakes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires downfield. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got the back in the middle. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
BYU trying to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice. Give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Floating away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. There's a move to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Cougars! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Meerkat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing.
Oh, he's got some space.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback's scrambling, the quarterback.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Punt is on its way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. BYU BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Nakua. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Quick completion on the out. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Got his man on the right. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
The corner route is a very difficult route to cover. It's difficult because the receiver pushes up the field, so it looks like a deep route and then breaks really quickly to the sideline.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hagan. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, BYU! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Finding an escape route. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake, down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
The short hands, it's Anderson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away.
Number 85 in punt formation to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've gone 3 and out on each of their first 2 drives and really need to get something moving here. Zings it complete to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Can't get him to the ground. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sorsby. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to run it in. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Get it out on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. With the catch, it's Hagan. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, because I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Makes the grab. It's Jackson. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David. Now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's
turning it on. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. He now has 74 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.